Hey Nuggets, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a wig from a real picture on ibispaint. Finally, so in one of my videos, I can't remember which one, but it was on ibispaint and I showed this in my intro how I was working on it. It doesn't look that good, it's just practice. This is not the exact hair that I'm going to be recreating in this video. It's totally different, but it's still straight hair and it's black. And it should look cute. I haven't actually used it yet because I want to film the whole process and the struggle of it. We're only going to be using one brush and we are going to be using the smudging tool. And I also found out from my last ibispaint video that there is a liquifying tool in the special tab. I did not notice it before. I'm just seeing it right now after she told me. And yeah, it's right there, liquifying pen. And something that was really cool to me, I don't know if this is on Procreate because I don't use the other options on the liquifying tool on Procreate, but this hourglass thing, this hourglass shape right here, when you put it on the hair and you do this, it gives it like a crimp effect on the hair, and I think that is so cool. And I was thinking to add it in a tutorial, but I just want to keep it simple with what I know right now. I just wanted to say all that, so let's get into the video. So I've made the layers disappear so I can make a new one when I add in the hair I'm gonna use. And it's gonna be this picture right here. It was so hard for me to look for a straight wig that was facing forward. Like, it was actually difficult. Most pictures on Pinterest is side angles and mostly they were videos, and it was just really stressful. I am gonna be posting this on my community tab on YouTube, so that's how you're gonna find this. The first step is removing the background. I thought I could remove the background the same way I do it on Procreate, but it's just so weird for me. So after we do this, you are going to erase the baby hair. Some of you that ask me if Procreate is worth it, yes it is. It's way better than Ibis. So if you can get it, if you ever decide to get an iPad, totally get it. Or if you have an iPhone or you're getting one, you should get Procreate. And for new people that just got on Procreate, I do have a playlist for all of my Procreate edits I've done on this channel, so if you want to look at that. So this is what I did with the other wig that I just showed you in the beginning, and then I'm going to be using Pixar to add a filter to it. I just found out about this, but I still wouldn't do it to make wigs like this on Procreate, because on Procreate you can just easily make it realistic without needing to use a filter. To me anyway. If you want to, you can still do it, I'm just saying. But it's just easier to do it on Ibis, since Ibis is not that good when it comes to the brushes and smudging. I've always said this. I know it annoys some of you because you can't actually get Procreate, but I'm just saying. Now we are going to move this to fit more on her head. So it should look like this. I am going to lower down the opacity and make it look like it's going behind her ears, like in the picture. Now we're going to use the liquify tool. I haven't actually used it, so let's see how well it works. Oh, it's pretty good. So when you finally get it to fit, just erase it a bit more so it sits properly, and it should look like this. And erase the sides a bit more, like where the skin is showing. Okay, now I thought I used the smudging tool, but I didn't. Just erase it in the middle. Then use the liquify pen again. So when you're done, it should look like this. Now we're gonna just save it the way it is and put it into Pixar. Before you save it, remember to hide the layer of your avatar and save it as a transparent PNG. And now when you have it into Pixar, go into effects and then go into the artistic section, then use oil paint. I think most people already know about this filter anyway. I just try to make sure I'm not using too much of it. It should be alright at number 9, and then fade it out a little bit to 14. Go on apply. We're going back to effects and filter to add some color into the hair, because the hair itself on my avatar is way too bluey, and I want it to have more of a cooler shade and more brown looking. So this filter right here is okay. It's called BRL2, and I think I used it in the other wig that I did, but I gave it more of a blue undertone to it, I guess. So that's the difference. Should look alright when I put it on my avatar. We're gonna apply and save it. You're gonna hide this layer, bring back your avatar, bring in the saved picture, and now we're gonna do some smudging. So my opacity is really low when I smudge. It's on like the 40s in percentage, and the size is not that big. The size really doesn't matter how it is, it just depends on the area you're doing it in. I'm using an airbrush to smudge. You don't have to use the same brush as me, you can use whatever brush feels comfortable for you. I'm just trying to smudge out some areas I don't like from the filter. So now I'm trying to get the hair to blend in with her skin carefully. This is obviously gonna be a while. Like, I'm already getting frustrated. See, this is what I don't like. It's like, why is I don't even know. Like, this is so frustrating. I'm really just trying to make it smooth at the top, because I don't know what this whole grey thing's going on up here, to be honest. I'm just gonna do what I can and try to fix it with paint later. Every time I feel like I'm finding a good way to smudge it, it keeps going bad, and I don't want to be complaining the whole time in this tutorial. And I wish there was another way I could get the hair to blend in properly with your avatar, but I really can't think. Cause like, okay, look, the blur tool looks like a good idea. Well, the top bit is the only thing I wanted to actually smudge out, and I think it's easier if you use the blur tool over it like I did, and then try to go over it. I'm gonna make a new layer to create darker roots right here, so I'm just gonna color pick that, and I'm going to use the flat brush reel and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so it does a little bit. Once you've done that, we're going to go back on the hair. I've made it work, okay? If you just don't even look close to it, it's not even that bad. I'm not even gonna cut that much out to make it look like it was simple, like I'm actually struggling here, because I knew I would. Like, I'm not gonna hide the fact that I'm struggling. I kind of forgot the suggestions people told me about the smudge brush on ibispaint, like the brush, what brushes to actually use. So I'm just gonna switch them up and try to figure out what's best. I mean, I still don't like them because every time I start to smudge, you can see the little dots, and it's like, wow. Like, I have my low opacity on the right size I want it to be, and I just don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna use the soft brush. Okay, the soft brush is definitely better. I'm gonna break my iPad screen if I keep pressing so hard. I don't need to do that much anyway, but I'm gonna make a new layer for the hair strands. So the brush that we're gonna be using, I know we said we're gonna use one brush, but that's before I had trouble doing the top of the hair. We're gonna be using the flat brush point, and this is actually a pretty nice brush. I mean, look at it. It actually looks like really nice hair strand. So I'm gonna keep color picking the colors in the hair so it matches properly and blends in nicely. Take your time, like, you want everything to look clean. Smudge it out a bit if you see it not blend together that well, and that's it. The next thing we're doing is the baby hairs, so make a new layer for that. Just in case you need to start over, like, you don't want to start over with the strands you just did on the actual hair. I feel like this brush is really good to do edges with, so I'm gonna try and recreate the way the hair looked in the beginning. I'm sure it's not all over the hair because it does look kind of odd when you look from afar. And you can also use this brush to fix the middle part. I'm going to use the liquify tool to curl up this part a little bit. I think we're done, to be honest. I think it looks really nice. I just gotta keep practicing on my own and find other easier ways to do it, especially when it comes to wavy curly hair. The way I did it with straight hair right now, I'm definitely not going to be able to do it with curly wavy hair. So everyone just has to be patient for me to get that video out for ibispaint. For Procreate, I'm still working on it too, but it'll be more easier. For right now, I tried. It looks okay. I wouldn't sell this, I would still practice, but this looks okay. So yeah, everyone else should practice as well. And don't get too frustrated quickly as well if you can't do it. And if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe if you're new to my channel. And turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in my next video.